can everyone be successful? Successful is all about self-definition, which is what I was saying at the beginning. You have to decide who you want to be. And if you wanted to be Joe Schmo and you pull it off, then you'll be a pretty happy, content person. Decide who you want to be. I think the people who are miserable, it's the gap between their expectations and their reality. That's where the misery lies. There's a study I read about stress, and it was saying that stress has a placebo effect attached to it, because the placebo effect is extremely powerful. So they found some of the most stressed people in the world, and they split them into two groups. And they're all equally stressed. They all have a bunch of cortisol in their blood.
Yeah.
The people who believed that stress was bad for you and that stress can hurt you, and they believed those media articles, were dying earlier. They were having heart attacks and having stress-related illnesses. The people who believed the opposite, who just said, stress is part of being successful. I like stress. When I feel stressed, I do my best. It makes me anxious. It turns my brain on. I like being stressed. Lived longer than average.
Yeah.
The point is, the same drug, how you look at it and how your body anticipates it, how you feel about it, affects the real world results. Chess teaches you that if you lose, at some point you made a mistake. It doesn't matter if it's the smallest mistake. It doesn't matter if you just took too long to think to make the right move and you ran out of time on the clock. At some point you f***ed up for you to lose that game. It's 100% accountability with no luck. That's what's so important about learning chess. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, you need to, as a man, adopt the mindset that absolutely everything that happens to you is completely and utterly your fault, whether it's good or bad.
Truth always wins. You can't hide from your conscience. That's the story of every civilization and every battle. And as Washington said, truth always prevails where there is pain to bring it to light. They can never, ever take away your mind. They could never disclose the truth. And with that, my mission is completed. At whatever cost.
Current situation. You can't take criticism without even trying to protect your ego. You know, usually there's two things that most people can't take responsibility for. It's number one, how much money they have in their bank account, and number two, their weight. And let me tell you something right now. If you're watching this video, it means that you have Wi-Fi as well as some sort of device that connects you to the global economy. So for that reason, you have no excuses. Zero, none. In the year 2022, if you still can't figure out how to make money, shame on you. Now, let me make a very, very important caveat, because there's a lot of people I know who don't make much money and they're genuinely happy. They love their situation, they love their life, and I can see it in their eyes. You know, you can tell a lot when you actually look someone in the eyes. The eyes, Chico. And you can tell, are they saying this just to cope with their situation, or do they truly mean what they say? And they're like, yeah, like I make more than enough money. I feel like I'm happy with my life. And to those people, I salute you. And I don't believe it's in everyone's destiny to become a multi-millionaire. But if you're watching this video right now, it tells me everything I need to know, which is you are not happy with your financial situation. You know, as I said, I am never bothered by a fat person who looks themselves in the mirror and they're like, yeah, you know what? I get it. You know, maybe I could lose a little bit of weight. Maybe I could lower my body fat percentage, but I'm fine with where I am. You know, my issue is when I see fat people explaining 101 different reasons why, no, you don't understand, it's my metabolism, or it's this thing, or there's this special reason why I'm different compared to everyone else out there. And I know these people live a very sad existence because they have to look themselves in the mirror every single night and be okay with the fact that they lie to themselves. The most important on earth, they lie to themselves. And everyone has their flaws.
Belief is something, it's not, I can't tell you, oh, believe in yourself. That's a bunch of crap. Belief came from me, was going through those hell weeks, taping those legs up, getting up early in the morning by myself, no coach, getting myself up, motivating myself every single day. When I'm out there in 240-mile runs and I don't want to be out there and I'm 90 miles into it and I have 150 miles to go and no one's there saying, come on, David, I'm forming belief. Many people form belief in many different ways. For me, this is how I do it. So when those hard times come my way, I know exactly how to get through them. When I first I self-published my book, Can't Hurt Me. No one believed in me. I believed in myself. I sold almost 5 million copies of that. Now Never Finished just is coming out December 6th. Never Finished, I guarantee you, the audio book will probably go down as probably one of the best audio books. It sounds cocky as hell of all time. It's truly amazing what we put into that book because of how I've lived my life. A lot of people come up here and speak about motivation and pushing yourself, and they're not doing it. They're not waking up every single day. They have a canned speech they go off and they tell you about what to do, how to do it. Wake up every morning, make your bed, take a cold shower, all that crap. I'm telling you right now, you have to be that person that leads from the front.